So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year
I'd been playing
over.
around with an idea for some years about putting together a Christmas concert based around funky and soulful songs that moved the representation of Christmas in song away from the schmaltzy variety of material dredged up seemingly every year. The concert put another idea into my head. Following our reunion gig in 2004, I'd rather hoped the old AM band might record together again. And in the penultimate year of the band's existence, we'd recorded a demo soundtrack I'd written for a project entitled A Global Carol.
If you were to judge, what judgment be pronounced? Forsaken of our life, selling trinkets, selling gold.
I was also very keen to put together a collection of songs featuring different artists performing alternative soul-y versions of some popular Christmas songs, which I felt had been done to death in their original form,
Merry Christmas,
and some less well-known Christmas soul songs, and combine the whole project into a charity album to raise awareness of Lowe syndrome.
It's caused by a missing enzyme, and that missing enzyme, I'm telling this in very simplistic terms, but it means that the kidneys get rid of important proteins it's supposed to retain, and that in turn causes a metabolic imbalance. So that results in the body not being able to cope as well. Why the child has seizures, epilepsy, is unknown, they're unsure. What seems to happen with the children is that they have the seizures and epilepsy are so severe that they sometimes go into a sort of comatose state, and from that state they
don't recover from.
They actually don't recover from it. That seems to be why they die quite young.
As the light drifted from my eyes.
Practically everyone I approached to take part pledged their enthusiastic support.
I'd heard quite a few of the songs previously, and was quite looking forward to putting them down as a live recording. So yeah, very much looking forward to that at the time, I remember. And also the opportunity to get into a studio, which I hadn't done for a little while, so I was quite looking forward to that. We came together with one rehearsal, and suddenly it all came flooding back 20 years previously. So that was good fun. So the gig came off pretty well, and we gelled quite well as a band again, even after 20 years. And the sound and the feel that we got out of that was something that I remember you saying that it would be quite a good thing to get together and do the Christmas recording from that.
Don't you feel happiness for old time's sake?
It was a strange little studio, that one. It was sort of a house. You wouldn't obviously that's one of the wonderful things about London. You go past all these buildings, you think, well, it's just a building full of flats or something. But you know, behind this door, there's all this stuff going on, and that was one of those with a studio upstairs. And if I remember rightly, the drums were on the floor below, so I was sort of the floor below you, lot up in the room with my headphones on, and using the house kit they had there. But no, I remember it going very well. It was an enjoyable day and a very productive day as well, I think.
Don't you sing it now, don't you let yourself go free.
hanging up your stocking on the wall. It's the time that every Santa has a ball.
In that format, in the original format, you know, how you know that song, from how Andy has made it, it's completely changed. So it was interesting, actually. It was a nice little surprise. I didn't actually think it was going to end up the way it did, but yeah.
Hang on. With the track.
Track.
Okay, yeah, we're on.
Something more than here. I believe it's gospel by new sights, and in so doing, do not die. But there is freedom in the air. Freedom in the
Appearing on the album were a number of friends who had considerable success in the music industry, including Angie Brown, Wayne Hernandez, Vanessa Haynes.
Okay. Hang on, sorry, one more. Okay, yep. Just coming up.
And we also had the unforeseen benefit of Alex Bell, aka Alexander Burke, who won X Factor that year.
So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year over, and the new one just begun. And so this is Christmas.
One of my greatest pleasures was in finally having an opportunity to give John Falcini, my long-suffering friend, who has provided backing vocals on all my previous projects, a chance to solo on what was for me the most emblematic track of the album, and also forcing him to do the video.
They sold me a dream of Christmas. They sold me a silent night. They told me a fairy story till I believed in the Israelite. I believed in a Father Christmas. I looked at the sky with excitement.
I'm feeling like fine dog. Got music on my radio.
Various musicians came and went, but the lineup was finally consolidated. Steve, who was an absolute star, travelled up from Rugby the day before the rehearsal and stayed at mine. We then set off to sunny Crouch End for the roast of a rehearsal.
Let me tell you now, Santa's coming down the chimney now, 3:30. Left all them good old presents for my
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you very much to this evening's charitable event. I'd just like to say a few words about the charity before we start. The Lowe Syndrome Trust, which is run by the wonderful Loraine Thomas, who's meandering somewhere around there. She started up the charity on her own. It's a very small charity. It's actually managed to achieve some incredible results. Basically, the money that's raised from tonight and all the other fundraising activities from the album, which is on sale in the corner there, and obviously it's obligatory that you all buy a copy, otherwise we zap you with cattle prods.
Although in the end we only had 6 of the original vocalists appearing on the album featuring in the concert, one asset was Angie Brown's unqualified commitment to take part, along with Wyetta Pilgrim, who in many ways stole the show with her exuberance and powerful vocals.
surprised that I was given a Stevie Wonder number to do, but I was like, okay, cool, that's like a bit of a challenge going on right there. And the fact that when we did it in the rehearsal room, and my idea for how I kind of heard it, how I wanted to sing the track, was good. Anyway, it was really nice that you know, we tried it. At least we got to try it and see if it worked, and that was good. That was really, really good.
Was great. I was really pleased to be able to join the band. I remember coming to the audition up at your house in Barnet and standing outside and listening through the letterbox and hearing this big bellowing voice coming from down below. I think used to rehearse in the basement of the house. So you know, joining the band initially was great memories for me, and I really enjoyed it. And it was great to be working on original material because I'd already spent some years working on you know, covers bands and things like that, and I'm always pleased to get back to a project that's focused around original material. And as far as getting back some years later to do it again, it's great. I've got such good memories. I really like all the people who were involved in the band, all the original members. It's always great to see yourself and Austin. No, but I mean, you focus on the material a lot, and it's actually nice then to actually step back from it and almost leave it for a while. And when you come back to it with fresh ears. So I was very, very genuinely pleased with the finished thing. I think you did a fantastic job on the mixing and everything, and was very proud to be involved in you know, such a quality project.
It was Christmas time, isn't it? And so obviously spirits were high because it was Christmas time, and it was just great to be singing with all those people, on, you know, all my friends, my fellow singers and musicians as well on stage. So it was really, really good. I really enjoyed it, to be quite honest with you.
Well, it was a lot more of a complex event because of all the different singers, so it was quite a challenge to get all of that sorted out in one rehearsal. So we were pushing it a bit, we were winging it a bit, but I think we kind of got away with it mostly.
Do you think you'd do another one of these kind of
I'll definitely do another one, yeah, and you've got it on camera now, so...
Well, it's a continuous thing, really. I mean, what we're trying to do is elevate interest. If we could only treble the amount of funding that we raise, then we know that research could be funded that much quicker, and better treatments and a cure could come through quicker. So it's trying to elevate awareness, raise more funding. So I'm organising lots of TV radio interviews, billboard advertising, anything to try and create interest and hopefully come up with a company or a sponsor for the charity. And so that is it. So it's just a continual campaign to try and raise the funding and awareness.
As the light drifted from my eyes, my spirit ascends way on high. All the dreams that I had of spring air on my skin seem to fade in the depth of pain's stain.
But though the body has gone, my life carries on. Not distant memories, but something free. Maybe the spirit of soul all my life I deny. Got it to who knows where and beyond.
Well, his life carries on in some form to redress and remind me of all that he'd done. Although I wanted to cry, I feel deep inside. Although I can't find the words to explain. I'm feeling in the air.
There's some friend I am not accepted gone.
Oh, I can see him there.
A friend so generous, some without and not feels long.
My own despair.
I need to believe that I put up and survive.
It's all to bear.
The thought of nothingness with the ending I realize
That there is freedom in the air. Our minds are reaching for the sky, would seemingly imply that there is something more than here. I believe his thoughts will find new sights, and in so doing do not die. That there is freedom in the air. Freedom in the air.
The scientists came together. That's where they first realised there was a link between. The first thing is they realised you cannot.
Look at that one!
Yeah.